What is going on, everybody? Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's Thursday, September 25th. I know I'm live. Haven't been live in a very long time. See that my head's not blocking that ring now, so everyone sees it. Don't mind the poster rings behind me. I hope everyone's doing well. We had a special guest here, Mr. Matt. Most people, fans of the channel, know who he is. It's always good to see Matt. We have a lot to talk about tonight. Six Flags over Texas announced their major Giga dive coaster, Tormenta. It looks awesome. So we're very excited that we have an announcement to talk about, as well as there's a lot of stuff in the industry to go over. A lot has happened. So I'm here to answer all your questions for a little bit of time here. But first, what's everyone's thoughts on the Giga dive? You guys like it? Do you not like it? Do you think the drop should be 300 feet? Is this 285? I think it is. And Orion's 287. So, what's a Giga? The height is 307 feet, I think it is. So, what's your thought? You watched the POV. What do you think? You're not a big dive person. I'm not really either, but it's huge.
It's like a gigantic first drop. That's the only thing you really get on dive coasters for me. So, it'll be interesting to do that long of a drop.
And hanging up there is really cool. I'm looking forward to that.
Will probably be pretty scary.
Yeah,
right?
And it's a 95-degree drop too, so that's always even better. Okay. Back row.
Yeah.
I like the placement.
Wait, you like the back row over the front row?
For dives, yeah, as you kind of get pulled. I like both, but the visual, the front's best. But you getting pulled over that first drop in the back row, I like it. So
at least it's not a boring track or anything. It does look like it's gonna the layout's gonna actually do a few things.
Yeah.
So
it has the world's tallest emblem in the world's tallest vertical loop. So I like that. I love the placement of it. This is big for over Texas because I said in my video earlier today, they've not had a ground up new coaster, major one, since Titan. Isn't that hard to believe?
Really? Has it been that long?
I don't consider new Texas Giant. I don't consider a what's it called? A it's a new ride, but not ground up though. Not ground up.
Whatever. It's an RMC, so it's a new.
So yeah,
fun thing.
What's going on? Katie's Coasters and Coaster Dude and the Coaster Scorpion, CP Coaster Lover. I miss you guys. I know I should go live more. I'm sorry. It just works crazy. YouTube is crazy and everything else.
That was my alarm, not your alarm.
Yeah. Let's see here.
You're the talking head. You got to talk.
Yeah. So let's ask some questions, guys. I look forward to doing this here. Coaster Dude does not like the name. It doesn't work. I like the name. I just don't like the tagline to it. So
maybe he's making a comment like I am, that in Spanish it should be La Tormenta.
True.
For the storm, not just storm.
Yeah.
So
well, that's a good point. Dr. New says, what's your number one coaster? Oh, it's so funny. Iron Gwazi is for sure. But then I got some amazing rides on Velocicoaster in Orlando, or Island Adventure.
You're turning again.
It's so tough. And then I had some great rides on Stardust. It's just.
Well, so where does Stardust rank for you now?
I haven't done my 25 ranking yet, but the green side.
Where do you think it's laying?
The green side is the better side, and that would probably be top 10 for sure.
Yeah.
And then yellow, top 20.
I got so many good rides in yellow, but not in the front and the back.
But how really?
Yeah.
How many rides have you had on Stardust? Because you're there all the time.
I've been to Epic Universe 15 times now.
Jeez.
And then next week I'm going for 8 days in a row. So I'll be in the mid 20s, right? Or low 20s here pretty soon. Who knows though, Stardust Racers is going to be open for these next 8 days though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I've gotten seats all over the place. And I was with you at first that green is so much better up front and in the back. But then I got there's a couple good, I don't know, resonance spots or whatever. Or maybe it's because I'm heavy.
Yeah.
But 2/3 of the way towards the front and dead center. and then kind of like backish, but not the very back on yellow, has some weird pops and some weird good places. So you got to go all over to really like see where
I love both. They're both really. If you have not been there, when it reopens, get out there to ride it for sure.
So are you thinking that they're in your top 10 is what you're saying?
100%.
100% your top 10. Are you thinking that one side's in your top 5 then?
No.
Okay.
I don't put green above Velocicoaster, Iron Gwazi, Area Force One,
and probably Fury for you.
Fury for me, yeah, and Top Thrill 2.
Top Thrill 2. Okay.
I love Top Thrill.
I can see that. Yeah, those are all
so.
Yeah.
But we all have our difference. I have not tried Alpen Fury yet. It looks amazing, for sure. Let's have some questions. Is Stardust still closed? Yes, unfortunately, it is. Hopefully not.
It does not look like it's going to be opening ASAP
soon.
Well, I mean, there's a criminal investigation into the death now, so that's probably going to have to play itself out before it's going to open. I know it's a manslaughter, but still manslaughter is a criminal investigation, so there's at least the possibility that something happened, and they're not exactly certain yet. So that's unfortunate for everybody that's going to be going.
Yeah, well, hopefully it reopens.
I mean,
so hopefully soon.
The last couple criminal ones tended to either be down for like months, or for the rest of the season. Which there's no season.
Yeah, I think this ride will be up in the next week or so. Because I read today Universal did their inspections. Everything came back positive on their end. So
let me counterpoint that though. They are the ones that are potentially criminally liable if it was a criminal thing, though. So them saying, hey, everything's golden, our inspections are good, doesn't necessarily mean what. So
I'm hopeful, right? I'm hopeful. All right, let's get to the other questions here.
Am I supposed to be the one reading the questions?
Yeah,
or you read
normally
the
you do, but we haven't done this in so long. Okay. So yeah, you're good at that.
Okay.
All right.
So let me ask you a question.
Okay.
There is a gentleman here that works for a country artist.
Okay.
And doing a show 15 minutes from Fiesta, Texas, about 3 hours of free time. What would be your suggestion that they should do first, or in that so if you only have 3 hours, and I'm going to assume that 3 hours also includes drive time too. So that means what can you do in 2.5 hours at Fiesta, Texas?
I think the only answer is get in there, do Iron Gwazi, do Wonder Woman, Poltergeist.
You mean Iron Rattler?
Iron Rattler, yeah. Sorry, Iron Rattler. And then go do that Brazilian steakhouse down the street. Use an hour and a half for that, because that is a legit amazing restaurant. No, I think definitely
2.5 hours, you can get a lot in.
Yeah, it depends on the day, but as long as you have time to do the big ones, those 3 are the best ones. I love Poltergeist, and Superman's a good floorless if you like floorless coasters. But yeah, I think there's definitely.
Do you need a fast lane, or what is it called now at Fiesta? It would be
there'll be a fast lane next year.
So this year it's just the Flash Pass. Okay.
Do
you need one?
No, because don't they have single rider lines? So you might be able to work that way.
The only thing that has single rider is going to be. Does anything have single rider?
I thought they did. I don't know, but I think you'll.
I think Goliath El Chupacabra was the only one that had a single rider.
True.
That I can think of.
True. All right. Let's see here. Next question.
Right now they're only open weekends, right?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, so weekends will be busy, so you would need to have something probably at them. But
Patrick Ryan, thank you, you jerk. Sorry for Joe Burrow. R&R Coasting, what's up? What's up? Enjoy our Twitter chats. Let's see here.
So here's the next question.
Yep.
When the Browns win the AFC something North, what will you think?
I'll be happy for them. I don't mind the Browns.
Are they doing well this season?
No, they have not done well at all.
So this is more of a fantasy post right here.
I mean, I'm hope. As far as a football fan, I hope they have a better year, down the road for sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let's see.
Well, so what do you think is holding up the new Magic Mountain coaster?
I think just like the other ones, Great Adventure and Carowinds Water Ride and everything else, I think it's just everything going on with the merger, trying to recuperate some of the money that's lost, or they're trying to repay the debts. So I think they're just that plus the tariffs, have a major it's a Vacoma.
So you're saying it's a financial thing?
I think it's definitely financial, yeah. Okay. So I'm surprised with Hollywood opening up Hollywood Drift, that they're not going to try to counter that, right? And
One
have a
would
great
think, because if you're
marketing
having a lot of people already coming in, you
for
would
that.
want to capitalize on essentially your competitors'
But
big spend for their marketing.
But now I'm more curious as to that Vekoma throw glider. We all know, you and I both know, and a lot of people do as well, know that these projects can get shifted around a lot, and it still could be potentially shifted around because it hasn't started yet. So will that roller coaster actually be the ride that's going to be built there? They might, over the next year, decide, you know what, let's build something different here and move that project to a different park maybe.
Well,
So I'm curious about that as far as the future goes.
What are the 3 top parks that you think that it could be moved to besides Magic Mountain?
I mean, it's a unique ride, so it could be anything. It could be Fiesta, it could be over Georgia, it could be,
What would have the least shipping
Carolyn.
costs?
Well, it depends where they're shipping from, obviously overseas, so it doesn't relate to Vekoma. So
gotta go through a port. I mean, Magic Mountain is very close to Knott's Berry Farm,
true.
where a family ride would do very well too. It's just there's not a lot of room there. So
thank you for all that you do. You're welcome. You're welcome. I appreciate everyone for sure.
So I got another question here. What do you think they will replace King Dakar with?
I with the footers out there by Carlin Studios and East Coaster, they got great footage of it. It looks like that stupid tower coaster.
So you're not a fan of this quote stupid tower
I'm not
coaster?
a fan of Great Adventure, that high quality park having a shuttle coaster and Flash.
Mm-hmm.
And you've been on it, you like it, it's a good ride.
Okay.
I mean, but then you have the new shuttle coaster, which is a Mock Rides Extreme Spinner that might go 400 feet, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think spinning and those trains going that fast and tall, it's kind of like you replace King Dakar with a ride that's going to have a lot of maintenance issues. If there's something having that spinning design with mock rides who have never gone over like 240 or 50 feet, whatever it is, to me, you're asking for trouble. It's a very risky bet. In my opinion, they should have gone with a B&M Giga or a B&M Giga Dive because they know that it's going to be reliable. There's going to be very little issues with it and everything else.
So wouldn't Mock be the one that would know the most about spinning coasters? Don't worry about what I have highlighted.
No. I think that's cool.
You're watching how the ad actually plays.
That's a new
inside
thing
of
I
the
read
thing.
about. That's cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, what now? What do you think?
So the maintenance, you're worried because it's a spinning coaster?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the ride itself, I mean, I wish it was full circuit. Ride to Happiness at Plopsland, everyone raves about it. I wish
Is that a coaster that's known for a lot of maintenance because they have spinny coasters?
No, but it's just it's like Time Traveler. It's the same.
Another
concept.
ride that's also not known for a lot of maintenance issues.
But when you have it go over 100 miles an hour, right, and about 400 feet tall, you
think it's going to have more.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Next question.
Well, the next secondary question here within this question, which is, do you think Canada's Wonderland will get another big coaster before 2030, based on how much
I do
investment they've got?
It's 2020. Yeah, I do. That's 5 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at, I don't have it in front of me, but the Leviathan, I think was 2011, 2012, and then obviously Yukon was 2018.
So it was a couple years before COVID.
4 or 5 years. And then Alpen Fury was 7 years after. But I think with how much money that park makes and the attendance that park does, I think it's going to go up. I think 2030 is a pretty safe bet. And that park could use more high capacity, and there's some rides at that park that I think will be getting removed in the future as well. So it'll be interesting.
The way to get to the top of the question list is definitely to do super chat. So we have a super chat right here.
Oh, thank you.
And
what's up, Gunner? Appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Gunner's question basically is I-305, which I believe is not actually its name any longer.
Yeah, it's Pantherian.
Pantherian. But regardless, I'm going to read exactly how it is. Hi, Brandon. I-305 or Fury, which do you both prefer and why? So I guess it's maybe both of us. So
I think Fury is the overall better ride because, in my opinion, it's more re-rideable. I can ride that 10, 15 times in a row, and I love it. I also just like the 4-cross seating, and there's no over-shoulder restraint, so I feel more free on it. I love Pantherian. It's right behind Fury. It's so good. Night rides are definitely better on Pantherian, and I love it. But yeah, as far as I can only ride a Pantherian like 3 or 4 times, and I just get like gray out all the time. So for those reasons, I think it's definitely Fury, but it's like very marginal, like very. You're looking at your list now. So,
yeah, he made me make a list. So he's like, "You have 3,000 coasters. How come you don't know what your top 50 are?" Apparently, I scored it 7 above I-305. In my head, I was going to say I-305 is over Fury to me. So
it is you have I-305 over Fury.
I-305 at 15 versus Fury at 23.
True. Yeah, so it's close, very, very close. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. Let's see. Next question.
All right, next question we have is: someone heard that Batman at Great Adventure may be getting overhauled with restoring theming and smoke and fog effects like they used to have back
I would love it.
Ago.
I'm all for that.
Are you? Do you think that's a true thing?
I have not heard anything about that. Okay. I think that'd be great. I really like Ryan as the PR guy for Dorney Park and Great Adventure, and he's great. So I can see that with his that would align with his visions. So I'm all for that. I think it's gonna be great.
So this might be a question for me. I don't know. I'll ask it to you, and then I can respond to. What are your guys?
Coaster Conquest, man. It's on, man. Sorry, go ahead.
What's your guys' thoughts on Vekoma Tilt Coaster at the Vortex plot for Kings Island?
I'm all for it. People say, oh, they won't do it because Cedar Point already has it. But then you look at Raptor, Banshee, and as others too, both have hyper coasters and everything else. So I think that those rides can be, so unique, so different. Besides after the tilt aspect, I would love it. I think it's a great concept. I do think the Six Flags parks will definitely be working with Vekoma more in the future. Yeah, for the price tag, for the reliability, for just how awesome Vekoma is.
I think it really depends on like maybe another season to see if it still remains popular.
Yeah, that's true.
To see if maintenance is as inexpensive as they project that it is.
Yeah,
that's a good point. I don't know if it truly is.
But it was a perfect addition for Cedar Point because it took the weight off the Top Thrill and the pressure off the Top Thrill. And I'm so happy that Top Thrill has been operating over like 70% of the time, which is insane, which is great. So you've been to Cedar Point more than I have, but everyone I talk to, like Sean and Ryan, they say, and CP Coaster Lover, that the weights for Top Thrill and the other rides are a little shorter now as everyone's going to Sirens. And luckily, Sirens has not had much downtime.
Yeah.
So besides,
and when it does go down, it comes right back up pretty quick. I mean, like you could almost set your clock. If it's down, you go, oh, I'll just go jump on another ride with a fast lane. Yeah. And then you get right back in the line. It's open.
So I really like Sirens. It's my, I think, 6th or 5th favorite at Cedar Point.
I haven't ranked it yet because Brandon hasn't forced me to update my list.
Tomorrow on the way to Dollywood, that's your job.
I thought you wanted me to drive.
I thought I'm driving. Someone's EEC Joe says, "What's your next trip?" We're gonna go to Dollywood tomorrow, and then going down to Six Flags over Georgia Saturday for a couple hours, and then, of course, Fun Spot America.
What about that dueling mountain coaster that I want to do?
We'll do that tomorrow night.
That's the goat. That's what
I like that. After. Chelsea Parisher, what's up, my dear? Can you guys meet me at Carowinds this weekend? Yeah, you know what? I only want to hear it. Don't even want to hear it. Coaster Dad. We met him at Kings Island. He rode the Beast with us. Remember, we talked to him out in front. We had some drinks in front of the Beast by Beast maintenance guy.
Hi, Coaster Dad. So, do you think if Tormenta does well, we will see more Giga dives pop up or other B&M models turned into Gigas? FY, the new merch is on point.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, I know you got your Vortex and Son of Beast hoodie, so thank you. And yeah, the new merch, I switched merch providers. It's definitely better quality as far as the print on the actual
they look really
shirts.
Nice.
Yeah. As well as the posters and stuff.
The posters, those are actually really nice looking. So
themeparkbrandon.com. Thank you all. But
what do you think?
I think it'll do well. Obviously, it's a GP magnet. This is a magnitude coaster for Texas. It's a Giga coaster. I don't think the record will get broken for a very, very long time, if ever, for a Giga dive coaster.
Okay.
But I think that it definitely is going to be interesting to see what happens in the future. Can we see more? Sure. Maybe Kings Island, maybe Carowinds, there's a lot of rumors going around that this Giga Dive was supposed to be at Carowinds. So I don't know how true that is. Yeah, that's what I've heard from multiple people. Some people that work at the Carowinds and stuff. I'm like, well, I don't know. But I know there's always rumors of a dive coaster potentially coming. But why have a Giga Dive with Fury 325, the Giga coaster? It doesn't really make much sense in my opinion.
It's also a lot of money too.
It's a lot of money.
I can't see a smaller park than, honestly, I can't. Even just the size of Six Flags over Georgia, I'm surprised. Six Flags over Texas is even doing it. They're obviously trying to revamp.
Well, that metro is massive. I mean, it's booming. They have the new Universal Park coming up. I like Jeffrey Sieber. He's really turning it around.
So, do you think that there could be any other B&M models that may go get? Well, what other models are there that aren't a Gigaform anyway? I guess it would really just be a wing.
We could do a pipeline
Giga. Pipeline Giga. With how much force that you already have with just the
floating
small,
off the seats with the air.
That seems unlikely.
I don't really know. I mean,
wings are really the only other thing that's not represented with a Giga.
But then again, the wings already kind of rattle, and they just you feel. But I think the wing would probably be the most logical choice if they would ever do that for B&M.
A Raptera style Giga would be painful.
That would be 100%. It's painful as a 145-foot tall coaster.
Yeah,
but Wild Eagle Dollywood's not painful.
It's not, but it's an older one.
It is. But thank you, brother. Hope you and the family are doing well. Can I do another 10-year plan on Great Adventure soon? Maybe, for sure. We'll look into that. Coaster Conquest, what will it take for Six Flags to actually work with Intamin again? Well, they already kind of are with the new Georgia coaster coming, or that's already open.
It's already been done.
Quantum Accelerator, did I pronounce it right? Quantum Accelerator at New England, delayed, but opening next year. So I think to your question, will they continue working with Intamin? I hope so.
It's going to kind of depend on how these rides go.
I love Intamin. I love, as most people do, I think it's smart, but we'll see.
It is kind of funny how different parks have different relationships with different, manufacturers.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if it really matters if the whole corporation has a good relationship with it, because what people are really asking about is, can my park have a good relationship with it?
True.
And that's an even different discussion.
Well, now, especially with the merger, where you have Cedar Fair, who we hate Intamin. We don't want to work with Intamin, but Six Flags is working with them lately. Hopefully they'll, and now it's just with the merger, like we've seen just a lot of changes where it feels like when the merger first started happening, that Cedar Fair had the execs had more control, right? And now a year later, it feels like Six Flags is kind of grabbing it and more pulling it more towards their direction, like they have more control over them. So it's interesting to see.
It might be, but I would imagine with this new structure of having these regional managers or regional park president-esque type things where they're over multiple parks, that person, their thought and their vision and plan would have more play into what investment would be going into that park. Because I got to imagine that they probably have to put a proposal together, pitch that to corporate, get approval on it. And if they're just not pitching Intamins, if they're not pitching RMCs, if that person or that leadership team doesn't have a good or good relationship with them. So, does the whole corporation matter if they have a good relationship? Like if they had a bad one, I think it would matter. But I think it really comes down to more of the individual personalities and decision-making that they employ.
Yeah.
And if or not, they're going to work with somebody.
Hopefully. Fingers are crossed. Ben Prees, you pronounce Preis. When will you go to Europe? I always wanted to go. I was thinking maybe this year, the next year, but now that my son's so into this stuff, I'm going to wait for him to be able to be tall enough to ride everything and then start my journey across to get more credits probably in another, hopefully maybe 2 years. Yeah. He's close to being 54.
And for me, it's when monkeys fly out on my butt or we go back to World War III.
There you go.
What do you think of Great? I'm not a big fan of Europe. So what do you think of Great Adventure getting their next coaster being a Giga in 2029? Wow, that's kind of far out. Like a T-Rex or just another gigantic Giga dive coaster?
For Great Adventure?
Yes, great.
I think B&M Giga makes the most sense. That's why I'm shocked they're not doing it with this project here. They're going to be spending a lot of money on this new mock coaster. But a B&M Giga would just do so well for that park. Look how Carowinds was turned around with Fury, and even Canada's Wonderland with Leviathan and Kings Island. I mean, really,
do you think that's
Island
played out though? Because now there's so many of them that another one coming somewhere else. Do people go like, "Oh, we got to flock to that"?
I think
it's not
so.
Different. It's the same.
Yeah, but it's a different layout, and they're the crowd pleasers, and the GP love it, and social media people do videos. Okay. But on that point, dive coasters and tilt coasters, that's where the money's at. These people film this stuff and like, look at this crazy ride, or the extreme spinners, like what's it called, Time Traveler at $7 City. Yeah. It's unique, and these videos that people share on Facebook and gets people. Gets the buzz.
Yeah, something different definitely does seem to get that social media trend better.
Correct.
Well, then in that same vein, what do you think about a T-Rex? You think a T-Rex is ever going in anywhere?
I worry about the concept. I mean, I was like, for sure it's going to happen. And I know for a fact that like they were close to green lighting it. But I think with the Raptor issues that they've had with Raptors, that they RMC kind of pushed the brakes on it. So hopefully it's still in development. That's the best case scenario. So
I believe it's still on their website. So
yeah, I mean, I hope so.
But then again, you can put anything on a website or take anything off a website.
I would love it. So. I would love it if we had one. All right, next question. Thank you guys for all the questions and being a part of this on your Thursday night.
I don't know if this is much of a question, it's more of a statement. Nitro may be down for the season.
I heard that.
React.
Yeah. They need a paint job, according to El Toro Ryan. He posted today on X about it, and I'm like, well, I haven't seen it since last year.
But you need a nose plug to go on it too.
Do you?
It goes right by a manure pile on the helix.
That's horrible.
So it's
I've always enjoyed Nitro. I hope they get a paint job on it, and whatever reason why it's down. Luckily, it's September. We have a couple more months till the end of the year, so might just call it a wash at this point. But hopefully, they'll take the off season to repaint it.
It was pretty, yeah. There's a lot of questions about I-305 versus Fury for some reason. So, you want to expand on what's the best part of Fury in your mind? How about that?
It's first drop.
So the first drop
and the treble clef. That's my second favorite part. You get the sideways air time. Yeah, and I like the third favorite part is the low to the ground turns. But obviously, 305 has better. Lower the ground.
Yeah, and
turns.
So then, what's the top three elements on an I-305?
First drop, and then the crazy turns, and then I'll say the airtime hill, the main air.
Yeah,
I don't really care to black out. Like that first turns and tens, I like it, but I don't really enjoy it.
Do you black out or do you gray?
Sometimes I gray out, but sometimes. But that airtime hill, I always love seeing the ginormous the hill. You're going through it. And it's so cool to like, whoa. Then you get some good floating airtime on it too.
I wish that I grayed out or blacked out. I've never grayed even. So.
I don't like the I-305's ending because you get the trim.
Okay.
The trim kicks in, which I guess Fury has a trim too. So erase. Can I edit this? 10 seconds. Clip that. No.
Yeah, it's live. Everybody forgot about it. So
yes, I think Tormenta could be rough and rattly. Hopefully they get it fixed up. What's going on, Edutainment? You guys go follow Edutainment. Such a great dude and a great channel. And just, you got to be edutained. Trust me. All right. Let's see what else here. Have I been to the Pacific Northwest? We do not. I've not been there yet. No. Get more rides and coasters than I will. I get 3-4 trips a year.
You haven't done anything in the Northwest?
I would go for Silverwood.
Silverwood is obviously the biggest.
Yeah, you have Oaks, right?
And Wild Waves.
Wild Waves.
The other
Alice
one,
is just up there, and it just doesn't really. I would go for like the mountains and the beach or the ocean.
You can have them all in like 3-4 days.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What will Dollywood be having in 2030? Hopefully, a new thrill coaster by then. What do you think of Circuit Breaker at Coda Land? It looks awesome. I think Siren's Curse has a better overall layout, judging by what we've seen. Obviously, Coda Land's a little bit shorter as well, but if anything, it's going to be great.
That will open.
Hopefully next year.
Brandon?
Hopefully next year.
Okay.
Yep.
I thought it was guaranteed to open this year before the big race.
That's what they were. Oh, Austin B, any tips for my future Silver Dollar City trip? Well, Matt goes there like all the time. I've been there a few times as well.
I have an office that's 45 minutes from Silver Dollar City. So.
Eat the food there. The food's delicious. Do one of the 3 buffets and enjoy the rides. The coasters are so good.
You know, there used to be 4 buffets there.
Really?
Yeah, there was a taco buffet.
Mm-hmm. It's my favorite park in the world. Go to, well, I think Epic is now, but it's my second. Go see Marvel Cave. Get reservations early for that.
Fills up. Either get a reservation for it or pay to get into the Lantern Tour for the last one. But it's kind of hard to have a good perspective how great the Lantern Tour is if you haven't done the regular tour.
True.
So the very last tour of the day is just done with Lanterns You Hold.
That's cool though.
Which is like crazy so cool. Because it's a gigantic dome room when you first go down, big enough that they blew up, I believe, 3 large hot air balloons that they fit inside of there to win some stupid gimmicky Guinness Book of World Record for the most hot air balloons floated inside of a cave. But it's very large and scary. And when they turn the lights off for a second, you feel small and the fear of God kind of comes over you.
That's cool.
So trying to do that with a lantern.
It's a great cave.
Yeah, it's easy to get through too. So
Danny, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you everyone for all the compliments on the channel and everything else. I appreciate you guys very, very much. Any good tips for my Cedar Point trip? Yeah, ride Top Thrill too. Just honestly, if you're able to, depending on when you're going, if it's this year, like during haunt weekends, hollow weekends, whatever it is, if you're able to do the express, it's so recommended. I know it's the fast lane is so expensive, but you go there more than it's almost a must. Like if you're a coaster person and you want to ride and re-ride stuff,
you will not get very many rides without it, unfortunately.
But the problem too is,
especially during this season,
the fast lane merge points, a lot of them suck. So like Millennium's horrible. I don't like Steel Vengeance merge point.
Steel Vengeance and Millennium are definitely 2 that are bad.
Top Thrill's great.
But there's plenty that are good. I was gonna say Top Thrill's
amazing.
I wouldn't say great, but it's pretty decent.
Sirens isn't bad.
Sirens is decent. I would say Magnums is great.
Yeah,
I would say that
I just give
Mavericks is great.
Maverick has the best one for sure. So for sure.
All right. When are you going to Saudi Arabia, sir?
Just like my Europe trip, like I want to go. I'm not going to go ride opening. That's just a lot of money and time invested to fly out there and to ride Falcon's Flight. So honestly, I'm waiting for my son to get old enough to ride it.
What's the how? So you have to be 54, you're saying, or is there anything bigger than that?
I don't know if they've announced height requirements on it yet.
Okay.
But I'm sure that there's some there that might be 52, 54.
Okay.
So I think it just depends on.
Well, they use that really weird, stupid measurement system there.
Do they?
I think it's called like metric.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool. I would definitely fly out there, and I would love to be able, since I'm in that general vicinity, to pair up with Dubai, because Dubai's not too far from there. Like another flight over, and to do it all. It's just a matter of I've never been international before, so I have to get like the confidence or like knowledge of doing. I would love to go with someone that's already done it before. At least know that how to handle. I have a friend on the channel who lives out there, and the town that it starts with an R. The town that's near Qiddiya.
Riyadh.
Yeah, Riyadh. Wherever that is, he lives out there with his wife, and he's like, it really is nice out here. You'd be totally safe and everything else. So
I'm sure
I'm definitely going to go out there. Chelsea, Carowinds. We'll be at Fun Spot. Come to Fun Spot Saturday night, Chelsea. Stardust Racers are out.
Actually coming out.
I don't think so.
Okay,
she's just being Chelsea. Yeah. She just teased. I teased her today where your son has never met Fury, and they named it after Fury. Raider Nation, we'll get to you in a minute here. Stardust Racers are Alpine Fury. I prefer Alpine Fury because it looks so good, and the inversions and the layout is amazing. I've never been on Alpine Fury. I've been on Stardust. I love the interaction that Stardust gets with the trains. That's why I like it so much. If there was just a single track, it would still be top 15 probably for me. But the fact that I love the dueling. Like, it's just perfect. It adds so much.
I would disagree. I think the dueling element adds way, way more than just like a little bit. Because if you think of all the good dueling rides out there, what makes it fun is like pointing at the other people and like, like, I got you, right? You're a loser.
I love it. Now I'm getting that epic feeling like I got to get back.
Don't you remember that time that we went to Hershey and that little kid was teasing us even when we were getting off the ride? He was still
racer.
Lightning Racer. You're still screaming at us that we're losers. You don't get that unless you have a racer. So,
all right, Raider Nation, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for being a neighbor to me, buddy. With less new RMC openings and the family coaster trend maybe hitting its peak, what do you predict the next trend could be that we can look forward to? Very good question. I think we're going to start seeing the more mid-tier coasters like Siren's Curse. I know that Gerstlauer has some really cool models out there. Intamin has some cool models where you're not going to spend more than $20 million, but if it's just a solid ride.
That's crazy to consider $20 million to be a mid-tier ride.
I know, it is nuts. It's ridiculous. Yeah. But I think the family coaster concept's great. And I think that it's smart for parks to invest in that, but they also have to invest in obviously some coasters that are going to bring crowds in that aren't the families, that aren't, So I think knowing what we know now, it'd be very interesting to see where we are 5 years from now, especially with Zamperla, like amping up their game.
Zamperla doing something else sometime soon?
Yeah.
What would be
a
conversion or something?
Well, I think a ground up coaster.
Okay, where would Zamperla give me 3 parks that could have a
Zamperla multi-launch coaster over Georgia?
Okay. Where?
Parking lot.
The
go-kart used to be. Okay. Well, they put grass down.
Yeah, but I mean, over a parking lot, basically. Gotcha.
Yep. Six Flags Mexico could use a launch coaster. And where else? They put me on the spot. What the heck?
Flat part on the back of Fiesta Texas. What about that?
Yeah.
Not where it gets wet, but the other side.
We're by Pandemonium.
Yeah.
But I want that GCI Woody back there. That'd be awesome. Have an awesome wooden, or just a wooden coaster interactive with the Rock Quarry Wall over at Pandemonium.
They don't seem to put anything on the Rock Quarry Wall.
I know, but there's the boardwalk section. Like that'll be legit cool. They should be getting the Giga dive. Well, they already have a dive, but
pick up their dive,
put
it on top,
their micro dive,
and turn it into a mega at least or something. Okay, I got a question that is exactly in my zone. Hit me right in the heart. What do you predict the next 3 RMC conversions to be?
Well, Clementon Park in New Jersey. Did you hear about this?
They're getting one.
There's RMC 208 track in the parking lot.
Oh, but that's not a conversion.
It's not?
No.
Oh, that's just a replacement?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, 208 is where you replace part of the, like a really shaky part.
I see.
With
kind of like GCI's Titan track.
It's the same.
Similar. Okay.
Sort of.
I would love Boss. 65 St. Louis. That would be legit.
That would be a great one.
I made a video like 2 weeks ago about it. I think Legend at Holiday World. I might get some hate on that, but Legend, like Holiday World knows enthusiasts love airtime.
Mm-hmm.
And they have 3 awesome wooden coasters. But do they really need to keep all 3 wooden coasters?
Yeah, they're a Woody Park.
They would never RMC Voyage, obviously. I don't think I think Legend has a more interesting layout than Raven does.
And Raven's also still really super smooth.
Raven. Yeah. So I think that it'd be cool if they could do it for Legend. I mean, I'm not saying
once I learned how to protect my kidneys, I actually now appreciate Legend, and it actually is pretty okay.
Yeah, so. I think that's then Mount Olympus. What about like Hades 360 or Slot Awesome?
That park does not spend money. So I can't imagine them converting everything. Every ride there, though, could use an RMC conversion or some of the 208 track, or just
How was the new water slide, that Titan slide over? Did you ride it? Or did your son ride it?
My sons both rode it.
It looks insane. It's huge.
Yeah, I couldn't make it up there with my cane.
That's true.
Because you got to walk the whole way. I had a really hard time getting not even a quarter of the way up there. I was planning on doing it because we were there for 4 days.
Yeah.
And I go to Mount Olympus for 4 days. It's my son's picked it. It's crazy. We stayed on site and literally walked in there all the time.
That wave pool is legit, though.
The wave pool is, and that was actually the reason why I didn't go up there, because I went in the wave pool first, hit me right in the leg, and I was like, oh, my knee popped. I'm like, let me go walk up the short water slide. And I almost died getting up the short water slide. It's about a quarter of the way up.
Do you remember the rotating one over that?
We went on that thing over and over again.
It's so good.
It is.
Oh my God.
Medusa's.
I love it.
Slide wheel, spin wheel.
Yep.
Something.
It's so great.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Hurler needs RMC. Yes.
Did we get through 3 conversions?
Yeah, we did Mount Olympus, Hershey, or Holiday Road and Boss.
Okay.
What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think too, for sure.
Any other woodens that you'd want to see converted?
What
about nobody's ever really done a RMC conversion on something that's still popular and good? Could you ever imagine that happening? Like, you already threw out Voyage. You said Voyage they would never do.
Beast at Kings Island.
Beast at Kings Island comes to mind.
I would love
Ghost Rider and Knott's Berry Farm would come to mind.
That's tough for you saying that.
Oh, I love that. I'm throwing out, well, hyperbole more than anything else, but I'm just throwing that out there. What about a really good wooden? Could you ever imagine that happening? Because would that draw people? Would that piss people off?
El Toro.
That's one that has a lot of problems too. So,
That'd be interesting to see what happens for sure. Ooh, I think over Georgia would do great with a ride like Alpen Fury. Yeah, I think so for sure.
Screaming Eagle at St. Louis also.
Yeah.
Someone just brought that up.
Keen to Ka or Top Thrill 2. Top Thrill 2 for me. The launch is awesome on Ka, the original launch, but I love Top Thrill 2. The spike and go over the top hat and the train, they're better, in my opinion.
See, I'm a Knott's Berry Farm guy, so nothing beats the launch, which still exists on Accelerator. So, I don't really care. Top Thrill 2 is great, though.
It is.
It's better than Ka ever was.
100%.
In my book.
Let's see here.
Beast will never be converted. They just did a ton of retrack, I think, in 2024. Yeah, this is pure speculation.
Yeah, I don't think they ever will.
There's no predicting that any popular wooden ride.
It'll be cool.
Think about the dynamics of it. Why would anybody spend money on a popular ride that already draws people to then make it into something else, which may not be as popular? Well, that ad's running again right inside of that. That's cool. No, it's just dumb. I'm just trying to fill dead air time at this point with
I figure
stupid things.
Where they have Hershey Buy-in Palace, I think it's great for Kennywood, great for Lake Compounds. He loves Lake Compounds. This is his favorite park ever. And it's great for Adventureland. You love Adventureland.
I do love Adventureland. Monster is legitimately
Monster is great.
Like, I don't know, 3.7 times better than Hang Time, and I love Hang Time. Hang Time is fantastic, but Monster is Hang Time. Like,
Monster was awesome.
No, not just like on crack, but like you had like a long night of speed and then crack. That's what Monster is comparatively. It's taller. I don't think it's any more extreme of a drop. It might be a more extreme angle. I don't know. They both seem like they have pretty good angles, but it's got bigger loops. It's longer. The only thing that's wacky about it is it's in the middle of nowhere and it's hard to get to, and
for sure
they don't have a really good fast lane system there either. So you got to wait along for your re-rides.
Yeah, American Eagle would be an insane RMC. Keep the questions going, guys. Ask me anything.
Wait, American Eagle? You mean the one at
St. Louis?
At St. Louis.
Yeah.
No. That's Scream. Wait.
Which one's American Eagle?
Yeah.
Great America. Great America. Yeah.
By the way, so I went on Screaming Eagle with my sons when I went to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And they had both sides running.
What?
And they were both running
really
well.
2 years ago?
Yeah.
It looked like it was
about to fall over.
Yeah.
The red side looked like it was.
Wow.
They may as well just call the collectors to come pick up all of it for scrap.
Funny.
Yeah. No, they were running both sides, and they had no problems with you doing re-rides.
Yeah. Here's a question for you, or just prove me wrong. Not to cut you off, I had to. Prove me wrong. Intimidator is the worst hyper. Thunderstriker.
Oh, Thunder Striker. Okay, gotcha.
I don't
prove me wrong. It's the worst.
It's decent. It's nothing. He likes it more than Fury. It's actually running pretty good this year.
I mean, like, the whole me liking it more than Fury is usually to get your goat more than anything else. But it's a fantastic.
Pull up your rankings. It's higher than Fury.
I guess it is probably actually. I don't think I put that on there at that point but oh, you're right. It is. It's 2 above it, huh? Okay, so what's worse though than Intimidator? I don't think Intimidator is bad.
No, it's not. It's growing on me more. I appreciate the back row. If I'm going to ride in, I'm going to ride in the back row. That's where it is for me. I like being pulled out of my seat all the way down the drops.
And
for sure.
I'm assuming we're only talking about B&Ms too for hypers. We're not talking about all
Correct.
hypers, right?
Thank you, Jay, for the insight on it. Great America for sure. Yes, I think King's Dominion would do a great for the hypercoaster, whether it's mock rides or B&M hyper. Like if I was in charge of that park and was the decision maker, I would definitely invest in a hypercoaster to follow Reptera in a couple of years. Actually, I'd probably get a Family of Vekoma Boomerang coaster, like 27, 28, and then 2030 get the hyper. I think that the King's that would. You like King's Dominion? It's a decent park.
I do like King's Dominion. It's a great park.
It would do so much better if it had a floating airtime machine. Like, just imagine if Diamondback was at King's Dominion, or even Thunderstriker.
Racer 75.
But yeah, but like a steel hypercoaster. Racer 75 is great though. I like Racer 75 better than Racer at Kings Island.
So the answer to the previous question is going to follow into this. Apollo's Chariot. That is one that's worse than Intimidator.
Yeah, that's true.
And but that's your answer if you're going to put one in over King's Dominion. Is just you have Apollo's Chariot right around the corner.
Yeah.
So kind of like, why would you have? I get that people say, oh, you could have two identical rides really close to each other, but those two parks don't seem to have identical rides close to each other. They have some weird rivalry where they won't do it. So since Apollo's Chariot's just down the street, they're not going to put one in there unless they put a gigantic Giga or something like that where they can have real differentiation.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. Oh, Big Dipper at Canobie Lake. Yeah, that was fantastic. And Villain. Oh my gosh, Villain. I love Villain. Canobie. Someone asked about Canobles. I can't find it where it's at here. But I love Canobles for sure.
I'll go find it. Question. It was a question about Canobles.
Oh, here we go. CMS Studios. Do you have any plans to visit Canobles? Maybe
you always
next
have plans
year.
to visit Canobles.
I love Canobles. I haven't been since
we went last time, which was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, we did the Hershey trip.
Yeah.
But I need to get back there for sure because I like it.
We had a pretty good time at Canobles.
We had like 4 hours there, 3.5, 4 hours.
We almost got murdered on the way there, though.
Yeah, we got dead end. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I think you were Ryan or I was sleeping in the back seat. I'm like, what the heck's going on here?
We almost got murdered. But after that,
I love that park though. The food was great and the haunted house.
It's a weird park. It's like in the middle of nowhere.
I'm all for it though.
They don't pay. You don't pay to go in. You buy individual tickets. You know.
What do I think about Universal's Islands of Adventure? Awesome park. Excited for the future. Someone brought up Wild Adventures. Brian, Wild Adventures is getting a new project in years. I don't know anything about that. Hopefully that's the case. I would love to see that park get a little bit more investment for sure. The Ohio Farmstead, Orion as a hyper. I mean, can Six Flags make up their damn mind? Okay. So when Magnum debuted, they called it the Hypercoaster, world's first hypercoaster. 205 feet tall lift hill, 194 or 95 foot tall drop.
Yeah, so the drop's not hyper.
But it is for Orion. Make it make sense. 287 foot tall lift hill, 300 foot tall drop. It's a Giga. Now, over Texas's dive coaster is 285 foot tall drop, 309 foot Giga. They're smoking crack. Literally,
so the answer is it's an either or.
I guess so.
It means either the overall structure is over 300 feet or the drop is over 300 feet. It doesn't really make much of a difference. And these are all just marketing terms anyway. Like it's just us being weird enthusiasts having to make sure everything fits inside of a category. Guess what? Some things don't fit inside of categories, people. The first B&M hyper. What? It's not actually technically hyper, right? Apollo's Chariot.
Yeah, that's true.
Goliath at Six Flags Over Georgia also doesn't have a hyper drop. So
I can't wait to ride it more.
That's great.
Wait, was it closed last year? Last time we went?
Yeah,
it was.
So it's like one of the only good rides at Six Flags Over Georgia.
I love it. I cannot wait.
So Brandon,
when
do you predict that the new theme park in Arizona is going to be opening?
Well, that's you live out there.
I don't think it's ever going to open. So
the rides are complete. There's no testing. So I don't know what the holdup is, funding maybe, or just the overall project itself isn't completed yet. So hopefully next year. Definitely. Is that near you, or is that the other side of town? Is that near like the stadium?
It's the exact opposite side from where I live, but I mean, it's still within. It's actually almost like 2 hours away, but I mean, it's it's within the realistic realm of getting over to it on a same day type of a thing. So
replays. Are you going to try to get out to Universal Studios Hollywood next year to ride Fast and Furious, the Intamin coaster? Heck yeah, that's our big trip next year. I think that's what the plan is. I need to ride Ghost Rider with you, X2.
So and that does bring up a great question.
Full Throttle.
What is your favorite X2 versus Ghost Rider? There's and you got to get out there before what's his face gets closed down, or maybe even the other park gets closed down. Great America, and also the other San Francisco park. So.
So Polished Chariot, 170 feet tall lift hill, 210 foot tall drop.
So there is one 200-foot drop down into the valley. Okay.
What's your two's favorite B&M Hyper? Mako. I think Mako for you too, right? Or Diamondback?
This season, I'm saying Diamondback. I don't know. They're almost identical in my mind. How great they are.
I love it.
We've got a super chat from Raider Nation that asks, do you think Glenwood will be open in a few years?
Did you hear what happened? Yeah. So you're more legal.
Do you think they'll be open in a few months is maybe the question.
Is it that bad?
I mean, if it doesn't get taken up on appeal, they owe the money. So they are banking on an appeal at this point in time. It is funny that they hardcore threw.
They threw him under
the manufacturer
bus.
Under the bus.
They're
like, this is not our fault. I disagree fundamentally with that. Their employee, I don't think I have any. There's no legal litigious issues with me saying stuff like that. Their employee killed a person, killed a little girl by not being trained properly, and it's not the employee's fault. And it's not. Or I'm saying it's not 100% the employee's fault.
It's not that particular person's fault, but an employee.
No, a percentage of it is that person's fault.
Oh, really?
But them as an employer then share in a legal percentage of. They were not trained properly. They were not supervised properly, and there were two people there. So whoever was the lead also was not supervising the person that killed the girl. And if you don't know what we're referring to, there was I believe she was 6. I could be wrong on the age. I know she was a young girl. They have two.
She sat on top of the seatbelt.
There are two seatbelt retention systems there. She sat on top of them. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they stopped it at least twice before they dropped it. And 3 might be the actual number that they came out and inspected it. And they never, ever checked to make sure that she was actually restrained. And so when they push the button to
as a former
ride
operator, you just don't. You just can't do.
Would you have ever, if you were on control, and 2 times or 3 times the system said do not launch because there's a fault?
I would never launch.
Would you have manually 100%. Overrode it and launched it?
No.
And that's a training problem that they're responsible for.
I would do it one time.
Yeah.
No. So. And it's funny. I mean, my operating days are. I worked at Kings Island for 2 years, 2004, 2005, Six Flags New England, 2006, 2007. Then SeaWorld Orlando 2008, 9, 10. And so I've had 6 years of operating experience, and I still have it in my DNA today where I'm at parks. I'm thinking this operator just did that. Oh my gosh, don't do that. Or this operator is doing really good, Yeah.
If you see something you don't like, you go nuts and you won't shut up for 2 hours.
I just in my mind. Or if I know people at the park, there's been multiple times where I see something happen on a ride, especially Carowinds. I know a lot of the ride operators. I'll go up to them and say, hey, just to let you know, your ride operator, it has ear pods in your ears, and that should not be allowed. I know it's not, or this person is not, just to give them a friendly heads up. I'm not here to try to pry on people, but safety. You got to be safe.
When I see a ride op sneaking, looking at their phone,
I don't like
when
that.
There's a safety, when it's their time to be looking for stuff, that's
not good.
That is a bad management problem, because that means that they're not supervising, making sure people are actually doing stuff.
Correct. So, Jason, thank you so much for the
thank
donation.
You for the super chat.
Appreciate it.
we're giving you 2 more thumbs up.
Yeah, I really wish Wild Adventures would never have torn down Cheetah roller coaster. I almost called it Cheetah Hunt. That was a really interesting decision for them to tear that down. Because I figured they'd just RMC it. Did you ever ride Cheetah?
Yeah, but I
never got that
beat,
credit.
It was pretty beat up.
So. They could have RMC'd it. They already have the supports.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that's money. That park doesn't bring people.
It's a nice little park, though. It's well maintained. It looks nice.
It's a nice park because it's empty and you can get on rides quickly.
Yeah.
If there was the people there that could support it having an RMC, it wouldn't be a nice park.
True.
I don't know. I don't think it's laid out.
Empire State. Have you ever been on Falcon's Fury? Yes, I think once. It freaked the crap out of me. I'll ride it, but man, it freaks the crap out of me.
So Jason wants to know: 20 years ago,
thank you,
X2
Jason. Thank you.
Was so smooth and the best ride of all time! Exclamation mark and 100% agree. Now it's a mild concussion. Is there any way for the rides to be worked on to be smooth again?
Well, they're actually sent. You might notice they sent 2 of the trains back to SNS to get refurbed. So hopefully that will be an improvement over what it was.
Every time they do service on them, they feel better.
Do they? For a while, then back.
Me being a guy that goes to Magic Mountain frequent enough, this is stuff you have to kind of learn. Certain trains are a little bit rougher than other ones. Certain places are rougher than other ones. If you're on the outside, it's going to be rougher than the inside. I'm not a fan any longer of being on any outside seat. I don't like the backs any longer because they're just so rough. Yeah, it's kind of like Raptura, except it's like 4 times as forceful. But if you go in the front, even on the bad train, but train 2 is the one I kind of like the most. If you go inside front, I haven't noticed the difference left or right, to be honest on that. But either of those 2, the very front, wait for up there, you'll have a great experience. It's close to what it was in the past.
And I think too, where the money needs to be, these parks need to spend more money on their maintenance too.
Yeah, but there's only so much you can maintain.
Correct.
I mean, like once a ride gets old and the track, the tolerances is going to be greater. Think about it. So it's just wear and tear on the the dimensional, what you feel when you feel rattled.
And those trains are so massive.
Yeah, it's a lot of weight.
And
remember that was one of the ways that they made. Now everybody talks about X2. I have the X credit, and I was there like right after it opened too. X was a better ride than X2.
Supports.
Yeah, but it had heavier
Why was it
trains.
A better ride?
It was faster.
Trains?
It was fast. Yeah, they put different trains on. That's what X2 is. So that they lightened the trains up because the trains were like, I guess maybe they were destroying the track, or at least they were increased maintenance or damage or whatever. But the trains were heavier in the past. So when you got whipped over the Raven and you got whipped around the different things, it was way different forces. X will always be in my heart as being like a better, more crazy ride, especially at the time going with my then girlfriend to go wait in line for, I'm not joking, I believe we waited 7 hours.
Jeez.
And I'm not talking about like the day it opened. I mean the first like 2 or 3 years while it was still X, every time you'd go, you'd wait 6-7 hours. So you would go and you would spend the majority of the day waiting for that one ride. You just got one ride on it. That's all you got. They had no fast lanes. They had no way there was nothing to like advance your way into it or anything else like that.
That's crazy. That was like a great ride for sure.
It was great. And the fire effect was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't care. I didn't care that it was pink, but you know me, I don't care about colors. You're more the one that cares like what colors.
I do. I like the colors. I don't like Tormenta's colors. I think it already
looks faded. It'll be perfect. It'll match everything else at Six Flags over Texas. Kind of run down and beat up. Maybe they're just kind of project, hey, we're an old park. And
Timberwolf's interesting at World of Fun because it's been closed all year. And I don't know if you've been at World of Fun this year or not.
I have.
And it's been closed all year, but they announced they're reopening it for October.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And that says get your last rides in 2025. It's like, well, why the last rides? It'll be the first ride in 2025. It's been closed all year. So now the rumor is, are they going to RMC it?
Oh.
And Screamscape posted a thing on, not everything Screamscape says is official, but, at least I do think he has a lot of good points where maybe they are looking to RMC it. If they would, I think World of Fun might be a safe park in the chain and the merger for future, because why spend the money on a roller coaster if you plan on just selling the park? So hopefully I like World of Fun.
I mean, when I had my restaurant, we got a liquor license because we wanted to up the value of it and then be able to sell it for more. So I just screwed the fundamental analysis that you're making. They could be putting money into it so that way They have a good ride at the park that will make the valuation.
You like Mamba. Don't talk bad about Mamba.
I love Mamba without the trim.
Yeah.
And but you can't deny it's an old.
It is.
And it's a liability, and it's not worth a lot of money to a potential buyer. So
yeah, I like tattoo colors as well as Banshees.
Who waits 7 hours for a coaster? That's a big no. Hey, back in the late 90s and early 2000s, that's how long you waited for stuff. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, I waited like 4 hours for Millennium Force my first time, right? And Son of Beast.
You know, some of the worst waits used to be in California in the early 2000s when they used to have the rolling blackout power problems. The rides would shut down and have to be reset then for a while. So if you just happen to get a rolling blackout, you could be in line and you then might have to wait an extra hour because everything just got reset, and now you got to wait for Accelerator to come back up. That sucks. Hate to break it to you, that's how life was. You know, everything sucked in the past. Everything's great nowadays. Whatever. So. Oh.
Yeah, Twisted Colossus is the best RMC iBox coaster when it's racing. I've never been on Twisted Colossus when it was racing, so I definitely just like Stardust. I love the dueling aspect, so I'd imagine that Twisted Colossus would be much higher in my RMC rankings because I just felt like there's a buzzkill after once the second lift hill.
You're on this really slow lift hill.
Yeah,
twice.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
you know,
it kind of kills it.
Yeah.
So, but hopefully I go back there next year. Hopefully we'll be,
X was worth 4.5 hours in 2004. So there you go. They also improved when they went to X2. It had a lot less so one of the reasons why it was 7 hours too is because there was lots of 30, 45-minute stops.
Mm-hmm.
And when they went to X2, that changed a lot. There weren't as many of them, and when they were usually quicker.
True.
So,
few more minutes, guys. Few more minutes. Are you guys doing Texas in 2026? For sure. Got to ride the new Giga Dive coaster. Check out the new Universal Park, Coda Land if it's open. And of course, I need some Iron Rattler back in my life and Wonder Woman. And my son's tall enough to ride those as well. Brandon, do you think Stardust Racers will be open by the end of the year? Hopefully so. I think it will. It'll be closed for a little bit of time. Hopefully not, though. What else? Ask some more questions. We have a few more minutes, guys. Keep it up. Appreciate you. Yeah, grand opening on Fury's 4 hours. John waited in 2015. I waited, I think it was 3 hours for Fury opening day, too. I remember with my wife and my stepmom, and there was a long line then. I remember getting off of it thinking, it's your typical B&Ms. It just was like 50-degree day here in Charlotte. Like it wasn't very hot, and it was a brand new ride. Fury did not run the way it's running now.
No.
And I was like, I texted all my buddies at the time before I had any platform at all. I said, it's just like your typical B&M. It's a dud. And then like 4 days later, my buddy Steve texted me and said, you need to get back here. This thing's hauling butt. And it was like a 75-degree day. So I texted my wife. She was my girlfriend at the time. I said, look, get off work early. Let's go ride. Or when you get off work, we're going to go to Carowinds to ride Fury. And we went, and I'm like, holy crap, completely different ride. So
what's the longest you ever waited on a ride then? How about that?
I think 4 hours.
4 hours?
Millennium. Fourth opening day, 2 trains.
I obviously just told you I did 6 and 7 hours back in the past, but the longest I've ever waited anything recently was Ministry of Magic opening day at Epic Universe. 5.5 hours and didn't get on it.
I had like 8 Stardust rides on that, 4 on Hagrid or Hiccups.
But I got Ryan
I got 2 of those macaroni awesome cheese macaroni cones.
Sorry, I just regurgitated a little bit from the bite you made me have one of those. Yes, but if I'm not mistaken, Ryan and I were the only 2 that ended up getting on Ministry Magic on opening day.
That's true.
I only got on the line at 5.5 hours because our buddy had to use the bathroom.
Yeah. And it wasn't me, actually. I'm the one that has to go to the bathroom more than anyone else.
Luckily, he was able to con somebody into getting us return tickets.
I love it.
Which we still ended up waiting 2.5 hours later to get on. But it wasn't back-to-back, so I can't call that one a 7-hour wait, but that would actually be even longer than that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would have been 8 hours.
And Coaster Scorpion, yes, we've been on Stardust Racers. We both really, really like it. let's see here.
You and I have literally been on together side by side, in the front, in the back, on both yellow and green. So, great ride.
Any news on Six Flags Great America's 50th anniversary and what they'll be getting? I do not know. I know that there was rumor about them getting a new kid area for next year, but that obviously got pushed back. But it'll be interesting to see for sure. Yes, Fast and Furious looks awesome for sure. Mark, thank you, man. I appreciate you very much for tuning in. Danny waited 4 hours for Millennium on his third day. Yeah, you got to come down to Red Fury. Raider Nation, what's up, my dude? Heard the rumor FS Atlanta is looking at Switchback. I mean, I could see that for sure. That's a smart move for them to get Switchback. That'd be a real smart move, actually. I would love that.
It's not super pricey to move that
and it's
ride
not a
either.
Big ride either.
It's not
a lot
big,
of low stuff.
But the problem is you have to kind of since it's customized to fit into the existing buildings are there, you kind of have to build that structure around it.
Yeah.
But I can't say why I have inside knowledge on stuff.
It's a good ride. I like it. It's a fun ride for sure.
It's okay.
Yeah. We went that one time, you and I enjoyed Switchback.
It would definitely it wouldn't fit well into a theme park. It's not that
but
quality
Fun Spot's
of
not
ride.
A theme park.
Correct. It would fit into an FEC.
Yeah, that's a great fit. Yes, for sure.
So I don't know if it's a great fit, but it would fit in there.
So. What's your prediction on what the year Michigan's Adventure would add a new coaster? I mean, I thought they'd get Superman from America. That would be a great fit.
Okay.
I don't see that ride getting relocated. All the cement footers that ride has.
It'd be very
cement's expensive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'd have to pay so much money just to get the footers.
I mean, cement's not expensive, but the number that they have would be. You also have to engineer it for the space and whatnot. I don't know. It's a lot of money for a ride that's not probably has that much time left.
Yeah.
I think that they just scrap it and use the parts for the other.
I don't think anyone's. I don't think anyone from that park could get rid of it.
The argument against that though is Darien Lake is just a management spot too anyway, so it's not like they really care about some of the elements there. I don't know.
I actually had a really good time with Edutainment at America. We had a blast.
Oh,
even with Superman down, I've been there before.
Batman down too.
Yeah,
so I got nothing basically.
Wild One, that's my favorite one. I love Wild One.
All right, fine.
It's a good wooden coaster.
Yeah, it's not bad.
War wasn't bad.
Yeah,
War. I liked War. The layout was twisted.
I like it too, but it's rough.
It's not that bad. I mean, it's not horrible. I didn't do the SLC. Screw that.
Backbreaker, or what is it called now? Spinal separator.
I really liked Joker. Joker is always good.
I do like Joker.
I like Poltergeist at Fiesta.
But it's Poltergeist. So.
And we did one more coaster. Oh, Firebird is god awful. Screw that. Oh my god,
it's really bad.
It's so bad. The colors look great.
That's the first one, right? Am I correct on that?
Yeah.
It's old.
Yeah,
it's very
old. For sure.
It was old before it got relocated, right?
Yeah, 91. It got relocated in 2013.
Yeah. So I mean, it was. I broke my back on Superman at Six Flags America.
Yeah. Anthony says, I'm visiting Cedar Point for the first time next year. Few days there. Would you recommend I go on the roller coasters in order from least to the best for my first round? I mean, if you have fast lane, yeah. If you don't have fast lane, then I would do it as far as watch one of my ultimate guide videos at Cedar Point where I kind of give you my plane of attack. But it just comes down to what you want to ride and the lines, get there before park opening, in.
That's totally like a personal.
It's hard,
opinion. I personally do when I'm by myself prefer to start on the lowest and go to the best. I have more fun that way. But
I'm sure when you go to Busch Gardens, Tampa, you just send me pictures 20 pictures of Iron Gwazi every day, every throughout the day. This is my 40th ride on it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get work done over here, thinking this a-hole is teasing me about my favorite ride.
Yeah. Yeah. That's different. That's the best ride in the world, in my opinion. So I have a hard time.
Yeah.
You have to go to Iron Gwazi first because it is the best. And then every time you get off, you have to make a conscious decision each time. Am I going to walk away from the world's best roller coaster to go on something else, or am I just going to get back on the line?
It's tough.
And unless the line's 2 hours, most of the time you're just I could use the bathroom the next lap and just go right back on.
Very, very
Especially
true.
when it's empty. When it's empty in the middle of the day, and you can get on, like, walk right back on, like, I basically will die of dehydration on the line coming back up.
It's so good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Keep riding coasters. Have a wonderful night. Remember to think positive and, of course, smile, guys. And if you see us at Dollywood and over Georgia and Fun Spot, Carowinds this weekend, say hi. Appreciate you guys.